Welcome back to my channel, guys. I am your famous, friendly, family favorite fantasy football guy, and I just wanted to go over the NFL's showdown slate tonight between the Washington Commanders and the Green Bay Packers for the Thursday night football game. I'm going to be going over Jaden Daniels first. And just to let you guys know, fantasypros.com has him projected at 20.2 points tonight. Against the Giants last week, he got 20.12. So he had a good game there. But we're only looking at 1 week's stats right now, guys. And I'm thankful to have those because we were looking at last year's. I'm excited we got this year's stats to go off of now. However, it's just 1 week that we're going off of, and they played the Giants. So keep that in mind. It's probably going to take a few weeks before we really start seeing who's good against the rush, who's good against the pass, and so on and so forth. But Green Bay, as of last week, ranks 12th against the quarterback position and 18th against the pass. They were first against the rush last week, guys. So I don't love that for Jaden Daniels because he's a quarterback that does like to run. But I do expect him to be one of the higher scorers this week, just being a quarterback and being a good quarterback at that. And he can pass, so I'm not too concerned there. I think he will get points. I don't know who's really going to be a super dominant player tonight. If I had to pick one person, well, I'll hold off for that until we get to him. But we'll see. Let's see. Josh Jacobs here, guys. He got 14 points last week. Fantasy Pros has him projected at 17.2 tonight. That's his projections as according to fantasypros.com. However, the Commanders ranked second against the rush. Excuse me. They ranked second against the running back position, 10th against the rush last week, and 10th against the pass. So that's the matchup there. Josh Jacobs has had bad matchups before that I did not play him, and I did regret it instantly because he still went off. He's a workhorse, and he's proven that. And so he's still going to get some points probably, but I don't know that I expect him to have a super great game tonight, guys. I really don't. If I had to take my own guess, he'll probably be similar to what he was last week at the 14. That's my own opinion. FantasyPros.com has Jordan Love at 17.7 points. Last week he got 15.92 against Detroit. Washington ranks 8th against the quarterback position, 10th against the pass, and 10th against the rush. I don't expect him to do outstanding this week. I really don't. But he is. Those are your three projected high scores for this game. Those are the three highest projected players for this game. Guys, Terry McLaurin last week looked super underwhelming. 4.7 points against New York. He had 4 targets, 2 receptions. Green Bay here ranks 12th against the wide receiver position, 18th against the pass, as we said, and 1st against the rush. The one I told you guys I really do like here is Deebo Samuel, and you probably saw that coming. He had 22.6 points against New York last week. That was on 10 targets for 7 receptions on 10 targets, 77 yards. And he also had a rushing touchdown for 19 yards. He had a 19-yard rushing touchdown. The man can do it all. And they like him at the goal line from what I'm hearing. So I really like Deebo Samuel here. I'm thinking he might be my captain this week, guys. For me, I'm probably going to put him or Jaden Daniels as my captain. Next up, we have Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed he got 13.5 points last week, so pretty decent. He was in double digits. He didn't reach the 15 mark, but he was close. Green Bay ranks 10th against the wide receiver position, 10th against the pass, 10th against the rush. I don't know if I'm going to be playing Reed or not. We're going to have to look at it, guys, when we get to the lineup building. Krosky Merritt, I like him too. He had 10 attempts last week, 82 rushing yards on 10 attempts. He also had a touchdown, guys. So, yeah. So he had a touchdown. That helped him get to the 14.2 points. So without a touchdown, do we want to play him or do we not? But he does have that potential. Eckler. Looking at Eckler only got 8.7 points last week. 6 attempts, 26 yards. 3 receptions, though. He had 3 targets and 3 receptions for 31 yards. So keep that in mind. I don't think I'm going to be playing him. This one's really disappointing, guys. Matthew Golden had 3.6 points last week. I played him for the Sunday slate, and it was not fun. As you can see, 3.6 points. Yeah, he had 2 targets, 2 receptions, 16 yards. As we said, the Commanders ranked 10th against the wide receiver, 10th against the pass, 10th against the rush. Guys, I don't love any of these matchups. I really don't. This one I do like a little bit better. Zach Ertz, he got 11.6 points last week against New York. His matchup here, 20th against tight end is what Green Bay ranks. And as we said before, 18th against the pass. He did get a touchdown last week. He got a reception for a touchdown, 5 targets, 3 receptions. So if I'm looking at receivers for these guys here, or players in general, I think so far, guys, my favorites are Deebo Samuel. I'm talking about outside of quarterbacks. My favorites, Deebo Samuel, Krosky Merritt, and Zach Ertz. Tucker Kraft, 9.9 points last week, so pretty decent for a tight end. However, Washington ranked 3rd against the tight end position. So not really liking the matchup there, but you know, he's a tight end. If they get down to the goal line, they could try to target him for a touchdown. McManus, guys. McManus got 9 points against Detroit. That's decent for a kicker for sure. 11th. Washington ranks 11th against the kicking position. Again, this is all according to last week. I mean, they've played literally 1 week, so take the matchups with a grain of salt here, guys. Matt Gay, only 3 points last week. Green Bay ranks 8th against the kicker. Looking at Romeo Doubs, he's 8.8 points last week against Detroit. You've seen the matchup, 10th against the wide receiver. Wicks, 5 points last week. And just to let you guys know, I think most of the wide receivers for Green Bay were questionable there for a while, but they took those tags off of them. Noah Brown, 4.7 points last week. Yeah, 12th against the wide receiver, as we said before, is what Green Bay ranks. McNichols didn't do anything, 2.5 points. That's not much for McNichols. Musgrave, 1.4 points. He did get a reception. He got 1 target, 1 reception for 4 yards. That doesn't thrill me. I'm just scrolling down through, guys. I'm not seeing anybody else down here really that I would want to play. Let's look at the depth chart real quick, just to give you an idea of the depth chart. Eckler's listed as the number 1 running back. That did not show to me last week. At least when it comes down to, he doesn't look like he's going to be the goal line guy for them. That's what it, is looking like there. And yeah, this is why I wanted to look at the depth chart, guys. You have Brooks. He's literally 400 salary cap. He's above Elijah Wilson. Brooks is number 2 on the list here, guys. So Ja'Cory Brooks listed as the number 2 running back. I'm sorry, not Ja'Cory Brooks. My goodness, looking at the wrong Brooks, guys. Chris Brooks. He got 1.3 points last week. He is listed as the number 2 running back for Green Bay. Washington, like I said, ranks second against the running back. But if you're looking for someone cheap to put in, if you need someone cheap, Brooks could be an option. Maybe he gets a rushing touchdown. That could seal the deal for your team this week, your lineup. Who did we not go over, guys? Green Bay's got a lot of receivers there. Jeff Bates, I believe it's Jeff Bates. Let me double check that, so I don't want to steer you guys wrong, tell you the wrong name here, but I believe it's Jeff Bates. John Bates. I was wrong again, guys. Forgive me. John Bates, 0 points last week. He's the number 2 tight end for the Commanders. He could be another one you could put in if you need, a contrarian player. I don't think I'm going to play him. He didn't do anything last week, so that doesn't really bode well for me. But I'm just going to try to put together a lineup here, guys, that I like, because I don't like any of the matchups. But I'm going to do the best I can for you just to show you where I'm headed with this. I'm going to put my captain as Deebo Samuel. I'm going to go Jaden Daniels. I'm going to go Zach Ertz. I think I'm going to go throw McManus in there. Who does that give us? Deebo Samuel Sr. We got Jaden Daniels, Zach Ertz, McManus. And next up, I feel like you have to go Josh Jacobs or Jordan Love, or you go Krosky Merritt. Tempted to go Krosky Merritt. Just out of projections, guys. Man, I don't know. I'm going to go Josh Jacobs instead of Jordan Love here. And then that would leave us with 4,700 remaining salary cap. But anyways, guys, I apologize for the rough video. I thank you for sticking with me. I hope this helps you in some way. And I look forward to being back to go over the Sunday games for you guys. Hoping to have that up by Friday. Not sure that I will, but I'll do my best. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.